as if there's a real war going on right now. Why? Because they want to bring into reflex action. Why? Because they realize when there's a real war, if they have to think to fight a war, you think they can fight a war? Never. When there's a war, at that time, their reflexes move. Are you with me? And keep in mind, folks, experience has shown all over the world, people who tell lies, they also steal. People who tell lies, they also steal. I'll share with you, I was doing a leadership program in Bombay at the Lalit Hotel. This is the Lalit sign. At the Lalit Hotel. And right next to my bed, there was a side table, and on the side table, there was nice digital clock there. It doesn't matter how much it costs. Could be 1, 2, 10, who cares, or 100. It makes no difference. But there was a nice digital clock. Ashok, can you read out? And right next to the clock, there was a big sign hanging next to the clock. Sir, what does it say?
This clock is hotel property.
One more time.
This clock is hotel property.
This clock is hotel property. Sir, tell me, why do they need to keep the sign? And next to it there was a nice, beautiful lamp. And it was written, this lamp is hotel property. Why do they need to write this up there? Why? Man, why? Tell me why. Why is that? Oh, people back it up. You mean by mistake? Okay. Now let me ask you. To back it up, the person who stayed there is paying $500 US one night. $25,000, $30,000 one night. Is he poor? He could buy the hotel. But you know something? They carry the linens, the crockeries, cutleries, and they bring it home and very proudly show it to their kids. I collect souvenirs. This bloody guy should be in the jail. Are you with me? This is what we teach our kids. And by the way, this came out a global survey. Indians rank number 3 in the world on hotel item thieves in the world. You know something? It's embarrassing. And even when we laugh, there's a pain in that laughter. True? There is a pain in that laughter. I mean, this is embarrassing. It so happened that once I mentioned this in my book, You Can Achieve More. Folks, we took some very clear decisions almost 48 years ago, and we have not deviated from there. We have not. A phone call comes to our office, and I cannot talk. My secretary will not lie. A creditor calls our office. We didn't send a check. For whatever reason, cash flow reason, on oversight reason, my office, nobody will lie and say the check is in the mail, and they act surprised too. You never got it? How could they get it when you never sent it? Let me ask you, if I teach my secretary to lie for me, a day will come when they will lie to me too. Yes, are you with me? Who taught them? I did. And remember, every time they lie, or whenever we do something wrong like lying, stealing, cheating, even if no one is watching, we fall down a little bit in our own eyes. Only the first one is difficult. And whenever we do something positive in life, even if no one is watching, we rise a little bit in our own magic of self-esteem. So maybe 5,000% of goodness and bad things in the world are happening because of poor self-esteem or high self-esteem. This is the driver. Folks, we had a client from Muscat. They enrolled into our leadership program. They were to send us $79,000. By mistake, sir, just see, I mentioned the name of the person, name of the company also, by the way. And their signatures are here. We reproduced them. Sir, they were to send $79,000, but by mistake, they credited how much?
11 million.
11 million bucks came into our account. By the way, only happened once in 40 years. 11 million bucks came into our account. We're a small company. So, my accountant comes in, checks the balances 2-3 days later. So he saw the balance jumped up 11 million. So he comes into my office. He said, "We become rich." Oh, I said, "Really?" He said, "So by mistake, 11 million bucks came into our account from so and so." By mistake. I said, "Are you sure it's by mistake?" He said, "Yeah, it's by mistake." And he asked me, "What should we do with this money?" Sir, tell me, doesn't he know what is to be done with that money? Why is he asking? You know why? He's checking my integrity. Are you with me?
Yes.
He's checking my integrity. Nothing wrong. So I asked him, "Sir," I said, "I do travel. I may not be here. If this kind of thing happens when I'm not here, tell me, what would you do?" What am I doing? Checking his integrity. Any organization that is not doing this on an ongoing basis is messed up. So I said, first of all, call them up, because they don't know. They still don't know after a week. And then give written instructions to get the money reversed. So we called them, informed them. Now there was panic on the other side. It's $1 billion company, but 11 million is still 11 million. Frantically, they started calling our office. So our manager said, "Look, buddy, why are you mad? You didn't even know. We told you. It takes 10 minutes for us to give written instructions and the money gets reversed, that's all." After the money got reversed, we asked him, "Why were you so panicked when we are the one who told you?" You know what the answer was? In this part of the world, the legal system doesn't work, nothing works. 2, we were concerned if we will get the money, when we will get the money, will we get the money at all, and when. And besides, the amount was a little on the higher side. So our office sent a note back to them that look, all our programs are based on integrity, and we make it a point to practice in our office also. And integrity in our office doesn't change with the amount involved. Because if it changes with the amount involved, it only means we have no integrity, our price is different. Are you with me? And on the lighter side, we said, we may be stupid, but not crooked. Back came the answer. Ma'am, could you read this out from me? Only one line. Is it possible? Only one line. It says here, we wish to acknowledge. This is from them.
We wish to acknowledge we have received back the excess amount mistakenly transferred by our bankers to your account, and thank you and the entire Shiv Khera team for the prompt action.
Okay. See there, according to them, the bankers made a mistake and sent 11 million in our account. How do you like that? But anyway, they said we thank you for reversing the amount with us, and the name of the person and the company is given right here. Folks, I must confess one thing. When we talk of values and integrity, I must confess I am not 24 karat pure. I'm not. And I don't know of any human being who is. But would you agree with me? There's a big difference between 22 karat and 8 karat, yes, no. And second thing is, am I happy to remain 22 karat? No. You keep striving to reach 24. And this is a process. I'm sorry? I'll just come to that. Let me just finish. I've already gone way over my time. I promise you I will not leave till I talk to you, okay? Okay, I'm here. Very much here. Okay, I just want to cover two things which is more concerned with the Indian audiences. Folks, the program that I did, 37, 39, I don't know how many done. But the title of that program was Turn Setbacks into Comebacks. How do you turn a setback into a comeback? And one of those things was learn to accept responsibility. Stop playing the blame game. Learn to accept responsibility. Stop playing the blame game. Man, may I give this book to you? I think you are the principal. Is that right? Sure. Thank you. Give her a hand, please. One of the biggest damage done to India has been done by our media. Print media, electronic media. Anytime you turn the TV on, what do you see? There is a Guruji, Babaji, Swamiji Maharaj with saffron clothes, white clothes, with tilak here, tilak there, and horoscope. What do you see? Is horoscope. And this guy is asking, कहाँ से बोल रहे हो, नाम बोलो, जगह बोलो, तिथि बोलो, टाइम बोलो, कुछ नहीं पता नहीं. Don't worry. अभी मैं निकाल लेता हूँ. He has a laptop. And he does tick, 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 tick. Then he says, दूसरा तीसरे के घर में बैठा है, तीसरा चौथे के घर में बैठा है, चौथा पांचवें घर बैठा है, पांचवा छठे के घर बैठा है, तो प्रॉब्लम तो होगी. अरे भाई दूसरा तीसरे के घर बैठेगा तो प्रॉब्लम तो होगी. Naturally. And then he said, हाँ, मंगली. तो इसको उतारे कैसे? अरे केले के पेड़ से शादी करा दो इसको. अच्छा केले से नहीं होता, पीपल के पेड़ से शादी करा दो इसको. And then तेरे पे शनि चल गया. And the guy is scared now. शनि को कैसे उतारे? तो एक काम करो, एक काला रुमाल लो, उसमें काली दाल डालो, फिर काला काजल लगाओ, फिर काले बाल वाला खोलो, 7 बारी कॉपी पिटवाओ, फिर काला कुत्ता खोलो, फिर काला बर्तन खोलो. You know something? You are laughing, but people are doing it. Let me ask you a question. If it is so easy to get Shani in, Shani out, Shani in, Shani out, Shani in, Shani out, why don't we send Shani to Pakistan and destroy all the terrorists? Marwa do yaar, unko kaam khatam karo. If it is so easy to get Shani in, Shani out, why don't we send Shani to Ladakh to fight the Chinese? Sir, आप तो पढ़े लिखे लगते हो यार. एक बात बताओ, शनि परमानेंटली इंडिया में क्यों रहता है? कभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया क्यों नहीं जाता यार? Shani never goes out of India. Is it ठीक कह रहे हैं? Shani never goes to New Zealand. What is the matter? And if you read life history of Swami Vivekananda, Swami Dayanand, Guru Nanak, they never ever believed in all these things. In fact, they fought against it. Folks, go check out in Sikh families, they never tally horoscopes. My daughters, they got married in Sikh rites. They never tell you horoscope. There is no manglik. There is no Shubh Muhurat in a Sikh wedding. Every wedding takes place on a Sunday. Yes, no. And if Sunday doesn't sit right, they do it on a Saturday. Saturday doesn't sit right, they do it on a Friday. Folks, and we people, yaad rakhiye, faith gives strength, but blind faith leading to superstition weakens people. Are you with me? And people go to Guruji, Babaji, Guruji, Babaji, Guruji, Babaji, and they touch their feet. Guruji, kya kare, kya kare, kya kare? Ek Baba kehte beta, preet karo, preet karo, preet karo, Baba. This one Baba is selling preet. Another Baba, kya kare Baba? Beta honey karo, honey, wo honey bech raha hai. Ek Baba honey preet mix karke bech raha hai. Interesting, and this guy ought to be in jail. Folks, why am I sharing this with you? Because life doesn't always go up like this. It's a roller coaster. And because of the horoscope, I'm looking for an article right here. In fact, it'll take a little time, but if you want to go check out, Google it. January issue of 2018, India Today. There is an article written out, Astrology and Superstition. Astrology and Superstition. And it says, because of superstition, natural childbirth in India, in some parts, has gone down by 80%. 80% natural childbirth. And they've especially quoted here, Madras, Bangalore, Hyderabad, South India. If you Google it tonight, you will find in these cities, 80% of childbirth is done through Operation C-section. You know why? Some astrologers said, this is a good time to pull out the kid. Are you with me? Have you not heard this before? That's right. What is going on? And you see, when things go wrong in life, it happens to all of us. A person who accepts responsibility, analyzes the situation, and he asks a question. If a similar situation came again, will I behave the same way? If the answer is yes, we haven't learned anything. They analyze, learn from it, and they don't repeat the same thing. But a person who's not willing to accept responsibility, when things go wrong, you know what they say? My stars are not favoring me. They never learn from it. And they repeat the same mistake, and then they say, I'm unlucky. साहब एक बारी मैं एयरपोर्ट जा रहा था, तो रास्ते में अचानक ड्राइवर ने जोर से ब्रेक लगाया. Car came to a screeching halt. I asked the driver, I said, भैया क्या हो गया? कहता सर बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई। तो मैंने कहा यार क्या हो? कहता सर गाड़ी रोक देता हूँ। मैं कहा क्यों? कहता अब शुरू होता है साहब, कुछ नुकसान हो जाएगा। मैंने कहा फ्लाइट में हुई तो बहुत नुकसान हो जाएगा। सो कहता सर गाड़ी रोक देता हूँ। तो मैं क्या कब तक? कहता जब तक कोई और दूसरी, मैं कहा उसका नुकसान हो जाएगा। बोले दैट्स हिज प्रॉब्लम। You see, he had the answer for everything. Then I asked him this question. कि एक बात बताओ भैया, मान लीजिए आप 15 गज पहले होते, बिल्ली निकल चुकी होती और आपने बिल्ली को ना देखा होता और आप सीधा गाड़ी निकाल के ले जाते। In that case, you would have been the first car. फिर क्या होता? वीर जी उनका कोई आंसर देना चाहिए। कहना सर बिल्ली की पावर कम हो जाती है। सर आप लोग हंस रहे हो, जानते हो पढ़े लिखे MBA PhD कुछ कर रहे हैं सर। This is a fact. It weakens people. This is superstition. आप सरदारों के परिवार में देखो, there is no caste. Every Sardar last name is a what? Singh. Every Sardar lady last name is a Kaur. There is no caste. And the Sikhi is based on 3 principles. Nam Jap, one Chak. Kiratkar. Nam Jap, God is formless, Nirakari. 2, one Chak is the concept of langar, sharing. 500 years ago. And Kiratkar, no work is small. Dignity of labor. No work is small. Have you ever seen a Sikh beggar in this world? Never. They will clean your shoes, they'll clean your toilet, they'll clean the drains, but they won't. This is not ego. This is humility saying, no work is small, dignity of labor. I wish in India we had adopted a Sikh philosophy. Instead of our own constitution, this country would have been totally a different country. Gone way beyond. Go ahead now, take the floor. It's time, because if you leave the mic with me, I think it's going to be difficult for me to leave. I have to be running. I have some guests coming.